Hello, everybody, and straight on with all the champions from the Easter Swing Challenge. Hello. We got Frikkie, who was the first at Centurion, and then we got Grant, who was at Parkview, and then we got the latest newcomer to the winner's circle, Mr. What's it?
Sir Vaughansalot.
Sir Lawrence, I can't say it. Williams. Hello, everybody.
Vaughansalot.
Yes.
Good. All good. After the Masters weekend, it's awesome. Very happy, stoked. Go Rory.
Go Rory. I'm going to get back to you all and ask you how your Masters was. But let's just say hello to the guys who are watching. And yes, what a busy show we have today. We have 3 league events to go back and review. So get ready to reminisce in the next hour. And then we move forward to have a look at what actually happened with the Srixon Challenge Easter Swing and who will be joining Tanny and myself. And then we'll announce the captains of the team clash. So, and we've got match plays and singles. You know, so much. Yeah. So enjoy. Your comments are welcome. Be part of the conversation. Grant and Vaughan will answer all the stuff that you need to know, because they're watching the chat line very, very carefully. So let's go straight there and see who is there first. Well, Martin says 9 ducks. Andre Vessel says, hello, Amel. Karen never misses a show. Evening, everybody. Brian says, Vaughan, you're like hot knife through molten lava.
Well, Brian, always up for a chirp.
He is. That is for sure.
It's because he's a gladiator.
Yes.
There we go.
I see we surrounded by gladiators on the show. Paul Vallencamp says, hello, everybody. Hope you're well. Gary says, aware, Master Guinness. Frana says, good evening, ducks. 3 weeks of practice. You're right. Darnie says, nod. Shannon says, hello. Ricky says, hello from Morocco. Hello from South Africa, Ricky. When are you coming back? 2 gladiator winners. Darnie, Farmarshall. And Gary says, lekker, Ricky. You at GTEX. Okay. Private chat. I guess we don't know what that means. Right. No. April's done. So before we even get going, let us remind you what is coming up, because today the bookings opened for...
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Yes, there we have it. All the winners from this past week. Pebble Rock comes for the first time onto the Duckhook calendar on the 4th of May. And that is an AM game, which is nice to have an AM game for a change, so we can be home while the Sapers, like Grant, will still be home normal time. Thursday League of Benoni late on the 15th of May. And then Parkview is the turn of the Sunday League players to play Parkview in May, while the course is still immaculate. So, boys, what are we all playing? Is everybody playing everything? Except for you, Ricky, and Vaughan don't play Thursday League, but you're playing the other 2 Sundays. Looking forward to Pebble Rock?
Yeah, first time that I'm going to play there. I'm also playing my singles game against Marius. So, looking forward to that. Lots of guys tell me that, your clubs get damaged on that. But, the fairways, in my view, as far as I understand, is quite fine. When you're in a rough, remember we've got that rule that if you're on rocks or so, then we don't want you to damage your club. So take free relief, obviously within limitations. And then, so we shouldn't have any issues.
Grant, but every time I say Pebble Rock, somebody has to bring up the rocks in the fairway. Did you see any rocks in the fairway when we played?
No.
Exactly.
Perfect. Then it's fine.
There we go. Yeah. So don't worry about your club.
But only when you're in fairway.
Yeah, but most, like, if you go to other places, there could be trouble in
there was one hole, I must say, in the winter. Deep in the winter is a bit rocky, but it's not winter. We have so much rain lately, so yeah.
And when we talk about rocky, if you've played like Zabula, you know that type of rough, where it's little stones and shit, it's the same.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking at. Vaughan, have you played Pebble Rock?
Never played Pebble Rock. Took that long trip out for us once, and 5 holes in was rained out. So, yeah, a little bit of experience there, but not much. We got a team match play lined up there, so looking forward to it. I believe you got to be strategic around there, and the rocks by keeping on the short stuff.
I would compare it. I think I've kind of compare it to like a Jackal Creek, but different, like that type of flowy
Yeah.
stuff. Better views, of course.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, Jacob.
Looking forward.
yeah, here we go. Centurion. Centurion was now 2 Sundays ago, and Frikkie took the win again to go back to back.
Baie
Frikkie, did you expect that?
No, definitely not. Obviously, after the Masters, I didn't have a lot of form. When I went into the Masters, I thought I had form, apparently not. So, did not have any confidence. I actually told Peter Zach, because we played a team game there for the team series, that he must just try and carry me. And yeah, in the end, I just, yeah, played well.
Played well, better than everyone else because you finished on 3 under 39 points to get yourself another 650 ranking points. Stefan Henrit had his chances. He was -4 with 2 to play, I think. And unfortunately, a double on the 17th hole dropped him back to -2 and then couldn't recover on the 18th. Donnie likes playing at Centurion. He's won there before, and as you can see, even par 36 points with Henry and Lucas. And then Grant, you also had a top 10 finish. Well done. And Vaughan, sure. Tied 6. Well, Vaughan must be tied 9th, not tied 6 there. But a good day, and nice to see some different names on the top, except for, obviously, this man over here, Mr. Frikkie. Frikkie, here's your scorecard. Take us through it.
Yeah, man. So we started on a 10, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, from a 10th. So, yeah, started shaky, but, from there it was a couple of good pars. Like I said, we played the team game. Peter Zach didn't fire that much. And then, yeah, when we turned, I made a birdie, which, I mean, that put me in like -2, I think it was. Yeah, tried to play solid. And then, yeah, unfortunately, the rain started coming there at hole number 7, stroke 13. Blacked out that for no reason. And, yeah, I had to fight back. And luckily, the double bogey for Stefan Hendrik. So I ended up making a par. Had to go for it. So, I mean, that was a proper drive for myself
Yeah.
on that last hole. Right? In a fairway, nice chippy, a little bit hard, but yeah, just missed the birdie putt and yeah, got the par for the win. So yeah, it was a really good round. I think we had like 2 holes maybe in rain or semi-rain, but yeah, overall, of course, was still great, Nick, lovely.
Had a great run of pars there on your back 9. 5 pars in a row, and then to go with a birdie. So that's really a consistent running, shall we say.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Here with the pins.
Speaking
Take us
of
to the pins here quick.
Yeah, we've got the par 3-8, the Srixon. I think that was a towel there. Jacobus Erasmus got that 6.5 meters. Par 3 11th, that was Ballikies for Gary Mansfield, 80 centimeters. He said he did box that. And par 4 18th, Golf Concepts Wouter, Ian Holtzhausen, 2 meters.
Very nice. And this was the 4-ball winning alliance. Vaughan, there you go. Another feather in your cap. Take us. Can you even remember what happened here? You were playing a team game and you managed to win, right? No, you lost this one.
No, yeah. Well, and I think it was such a tight game, competitive. Really, I think Henry and Marius came through on about the 16th or 17th. Ash and I were up, throughout, and Henry caught a light in those last few holes and took it away from us. But yeah, really competitive, and I think the competitive nature of the team game meant that as a 4-ball alliance, we did pretty well. So it was a bit of easing of our pain of having lost.
Okay. Well done. And as you could see, it wasn't plenty points. Best of the par 3s. Here we go. Jan Erasmus, which I still need a photo of, unless I have one, but I just cannot find it. Marius. So he was on -4, topping the charts. Look at that on the par 3. 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, 2 points. Really dominated them. Marius went ahead in that. Also a good time. And -3 and a whole bunch of -2s. Nobody else features here. Frikkie, you don't even feature on this. How did you win?
Don't know. Par 3 is not my favorite ones, but I would like to mention on this one, look at Emlyn, tied 6, -1, 0.4340. So, yeah, that 4 pointers helped a lot. And that was a good game, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
First game. That must have been pars on a double stroke hole, I am assuming. If we go to the best of the par 4, Sheldon on -4 and Stefan and Rit on -4. Frikkie, there you are on -3. We got on the list Brian, Gerard, Lucas, Donnie, Grant, you are even. It looks like you made a birdie on the 18th, did you?
On the 18th, yes, I did.
Cool.
It was,
It's a good hole to make a
not
birdie
a
on.
lot, yeah, uh, out of the blues, John. Out of the blues.
The
All I
Blues.
can say.
So well done to Sheldon and Stefan on taking the best of the par fours, and this is what the best of the par fives. Wayne Redu, -3 on the par fives, and a whole bunch of 3-pointers as well on 7, 12, and 15. Bunch on -2, Ashley, Hansi, and Henry. And nobody else. Flicky even. So Flicky, you pretty much won this on the par fours.
Yes, correct. Yeah, on the -3, correct.
Good. Nice to see.
Lekker. Thank you.
Okay. Hole ranks. Hardest hole, which is the 10.
Number 2.
Surprisingly, it's not the hardest. I wouldn't think it's that difficult a hole. Averaging 1.29 points. Why would it be that hard?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, it's played a little bit uphill. The wind obviously was swirling a bit because, I mean, even my second shot I found short of the green. So, yeah, I think it maybe just swirling. I don't know.
And where would
But
the
yeah,
pins have been?
the pin was actually front.
Bottom right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
bottom
And then
right.
the easiest
Yeah, it
hole
was
is the 16th, which would have been that shortened par 3 thing. So that's over 2.28 average points. Very good. If you managed to look
Yeah.
at everything that was going by. Let's have a look at how far you lead by now. Fricky, you now lead by 4 points. Take us through this one.
Yeah, look, I mean, 4 points is still nothing, after 4 rounds, for instance, or 3 rounds. So, yeah, I mean, it's me and Stefan and then Gary. Lovely to see Donnie chasing us again. Wimpy the Force de Villiers, great to see him. Mark McConaughey, and then Mr. Ashley Herman, Live Golf himself, and then Vickers, Grant, and Andre Wessels. Still a great
Wow.
team.
Oh,
There you
Yeah.
are, 101.
Let's see Grant in that one because he'll probably feature in the Thursday league. So, yeah, no loss for us here.
But still,
Crappy.
I mean,
copy of Ricky.
still third place is almost 7 points behind you. So you're really starting to eke out this gap. So the guys need to start shooting 38 points, who's just behind you, to close that gap rather quickly. Okay, so that was Sunday one. Sunday one complete. So before we go to Thursday, I want to segue this. Let's talk about the Masters quickly. How good was that? Ricky, you were so tired the next day because you're up the whole time.
Yeah. Mazzo, so the last time I stayed up the whole Masters was with Tigers win 2019, I think it was. So I mean, with this one, I was like, I mean, even there was a couple of guys on the group as well. We're like, go Rory, and then he's choking, then go Oberg, and then yes, like, but yeah, I'm stoked for Rory. When he got emotional, it's great. I mean, it's been a while. I think since 2000, since there was a Grand Slam winner. So well deserved, and yeah, go Rory. It's really awesome.
What's your take on it,
I
Will?
woke up.
Grant?
Okay, I woke up with 275 messages that morning. uh, ja, ek was 'n bietjie moeg geweest. It was didn't check the Masters. Didn't follow it as much actually. It's 'n bietjie boring geweest for myself. But I did check it on Facebook. Yeah, what awesome moments it was.
And you, Fawn?
Yeah.
What about you, Will?
Yeah, no, I couldn't catch it either. I had an early morning the next day, but yeah, also as Grant says, woke up to the 178 odd messages and caught some of the highlights. But yeah, I think the thing for me is that emotion. That the guys, I think, what first major in 11 years for Rory. Question marks around whether he's got the mentality to follow through and make it happen again. And I know these pros put in so much work that you can kind of understand and relate to that emotion at the end. Yeah, great scenes, really, really great scenes. And you almost regret not staying up and watching it live. Probably wouldn't be able to sleep So
Yeah.
good thing I only caught the highlights and
I think
read
what
the
it's
170 messages.
yes, for sure.
Reading through the messages, I must say, it really was a vibe. With going through the messages, I was like, okay, this guy's going is in front. This guy, is like, at the end is like, okay, well done, Rory, well done. Yeah, it
Uh,
was lovely to go through the messages.
it just shows you margins in golf. Golf must be this one of the only things that margins matter because Rory missed a putt like this, then dropped
Yes.
back, and then
Rose also missed
hit it
one.
in the water
Yeah.
on that par five, and then Rose made a couple of long ones, okay, but then missed the short one. And if he doesn't miss the short one, he wins the tournament. So it's all become the drama
Yeah.
on the margins, which is it was great to watch.
Yeah. Meza, just one thing from my side
Yep.
again. So I just want to mention to this guy, to all the Duckhook guys. So even the pros, I mean, that is like serious pressure. I mean, he bogeyed, I think the 11th, chuck it into the water there on 13th. He made another bogey on the 14th, I think. So the nerves that these guys need to go through as well. So yeah, they're not immune to this. It's lovely to see that.
Yeah, but man, the nerves. Imagine. If you have anything to say about it, just drop us a line. I just want to go back here to Jean Erasmus. He says, 10th at Centurion is hard if you duck your drive into the rough. It's going to be hard for most people, Jean.
Yeah.
Vimpy says, hi, boys. Karen says the greens on the group was excellent at 2 a.m. Masters was epic. The gees, sorry, not greens. The gees on the group was excellent at 2 a.m. And then Frana says, Bryson hit over 1,000 balls on the range. That is insane. I don't think we had 1,000 balls a whole year practicing. And this is what they do in 2 days.
Just look at flight scope. It was like crazy.
Crazy. Okay, moving on. Let's go to Parkview. And this was the scene of... Okay, let's say, right, with all the rain we've had, we've managed to get away and get in all three, which is amazing because even Parkview was iffish. Centurion, as you know, the Friday and the Saturday was a mess with rain. We were wondering if the course was even going to be open. Managed to play that, and only at the end a bit of rain came. Parkview was also touch and go until they said pull and play, just no carts. And then what happened at Houghton? Was there any look of weather?
Yeah. Yeah, when we got there, the clouds started coming in. I think there was a bit of drizzle at some point, but yeah, no, it was actually all right.
So difficult,
Also just
Grant?
on a court part, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Houghton also.
For most
1 to 5 was you had to stand up, yes.
So, Grant, give us a bit of an overview of Parkview. You said it was tough. It leveled the playing fields because a lot of people couldn't take carts, so it brought you back into it a bit. It was wet underfoot. The rough was tough. Paint us a picture.
Yeah, so the greens was freaking awesome. They were so true. Everybody. Well, we had some plug plays. I don't know some other guys, but yeah, for the guys that hit a high ball, it was So you had to know where your ball landed. Let's pick it up, but yeah, nothing more I can say. I would rate the course like an 8 out of 10. Definitely in that condition that it was. So, but wet, it was definitely with all the rain. So,
You've also got now 2 victories, Grant, following your Arini victory. And there we have it.
Yeah.
-2, where you were the only person under par.
under par, like I said on my videos, the course, my driving went as good as always, but yeah, up and downs, lovely, perfect, and then so I took the pole, and then Jason Ivans also still on my heel, and then Kevin Ho, Donnie Geldenhuys on the +4, Hansie there up there. Wow, Henning is also up there in the top 10. Leon Oosthuizen, Nico Roots also a consistent golfer. Koene, Koene. Wow, okay, I didn't see that. And then Lucky, last year Lucky was also up there on the Thursday league. So yeah, the top 10 on the Thursday league is definitely is very tight.
Yeah.
No one's running away yet at this stage.
We'll have a look at that. I wanted to say, you said in the video that I hope you have seen already, you said that you hadn't played with George and Nico. Is that right?
Yeah, I haven't played with
And how was
George,
that?
and also not Nick. So it was a lovely game. Them cheering me up for the first time playing with them. So always, well, with George, seeing him for the first time playing next to me in hand after, well, I've seen him playing in front of me when he won the Glendower game. So that was, so how he played that time and how he's playing now. Yeah, hands down for him. Great golf. I know Nico Roots has always been a consistent golfer. Um, in low handicap. He also cheering me on when we're going down the last few holes. That was lovely. Yeah,
Lekker.
lovely four ball. Yeah, no, thanks for the guys cheering me on. So yeah, my scorecard. Uh, Something I must say on the par three, the third hole. Oh man, I thieved that thing so hard. 30 cm right next to the flag. It had so much backspin, like 1 meter stop, made a birdie. Yeah, just one of those holes. And then coming, so I started off on the back nine, the par 5, 13th, made the birdie. Yes, beautiful bird. And then I thought, you know what, this next par 5 also going to be an easy bird. It's actually a very easy hole. Yeah, yeah, and
The other, yeah.
driver didn't work. Hole. Anyway, and then yeah, coming to the last hole, the ninth, I really thought I was going for a five, and I had two shots or shot in the bag and stuff, and I drained that one. I was like, what? Yeah, drained that. I was like, cool, okay. It's just making my just climbing the rankings a little bit more on points wise. So yeah, that was that
Awesome.
long putt, but the whole day putts were awesome.
And you knew
Is
you
it
won. You knew you were going to win, or what the situation was?
So I knew I had the win in the bag at that stage because uh, well, I've learned it from your side, checking the score capture the whole time. So I want to know where I am, where what what I have to play for, uh, and taking the pressure on at that stage. So yeah, I just had to play consistent at that stage and just secure the win.
Mooi.
So yeah, that was it.
Let's take us through the rest of what happened on the day. Closest to the pins, take us through this quick.
Uh, the par three fifth, we got Neville taking that one. The par four ninth, uh, that was a lacquer hole actually. Vickers Lee taking that one, and then we got a Srixon Kunrad Pretorius Junior on the 15th. Yeah, that was a lucky one.
Mooi. Well done to all those guys who got them close to the pins. Let's go through the Four Ball Alliance. You were not in this. Jean-Ray de Tour, Martin
No,
Tata, Henning Pretorius, and Leon Oosthuizen took it on 85 points, minus 13. Just shows you how difficult the course was playing, because 85 points would come nowhere in a normal day.
I know
But one over
my
here.
four ball second, the second almost up there. I think it was like a minus 12 or 11.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Well played.
almost there.
Can you believe? At the age of almost 80, Koen Pretorius leads the best of the par threes with 3 points, 3 points, 3 points to make 9 total. Grant, you are minus 2, so you had a good day on the par threes. You already mentioned the third. What did you do on the 15th? You remember?
The 15th was just like a easy, I think it was a 9 iron, just get it on the green and yeah, just normal easy putt on there. Yeah, it was it.
And you led the best of the par fours, minus 1, only person under par. On the par
But
fours,
that I must say, sorry, I just have to say, like on the par fours, it's never been my strong side. Par fours and par threes. So it's a good thing. It means the consistency is coming in on the par fours, running on the minus one. Yeah.
okay. And then the best of the par fives looks like this. Leonora stays on -2. Par fives, only 3 of them. On the first, he made 3 points. On the 13th, made 3-pointer and 2-pointer. So well done to you, gentlemen. Nobody here that features? No, you didn't even feature on the best of the par fives, Grant. Let's go to the hole ranks quickly. For Parkview, the hardest hole was the second, which I'm not surprised with, because the second, if you do not hit a good drive, it's actually very difficult.
Yeah, the second to follow me a little bit, but I made a 5 or 6, I think, on that hole. But yeah, it's not an easy hole. That hole also was a little bit quite wet, so a long drive just flooded instantly.
Didn't go anywhere.
Right inside. Yeah,
Okay.
didn't go anywhere. So, yeah,
Interessant. And then the easiest hole was at second of the par. No, it wasn't a par 5. It's the par 3 over the water. That's surprising that is the easiest hole. Really, really surprising. I have a graphic, but no, I didn't do the other window. I want to see what it looks like. Oh no, you see, there's nobody there. That doesn't help nobody. So what I'm going to do is just put the stats over us. Okay, there we have the win. So if you compare the stats to 2024, much lower handicap on 12. People always say that the good players play on the Thursday. Points average 27. Last year was 30, but that was a much bigger field because that would have been the Sunday field. And gross 93.2 in 2024, and the gross is lower at 90.20 for 2025. I wonder what we're going to do in May for Sunday 2. Will we beat this? It'll be interesting to know.
It's going to be a lot lower, a lot lower. We better go with this.
So Grant, you have a large lead going into the 5th tournament of the season, because you are already, how much is that? 6 points ahead of Jason after 4 events. Interesting. And you were saying it's tight. Besides you, it's not very tight.
I know Jamie and Jason, they are very consistent on their game, like last year. So it was very tight even last year at the end. So yeah, solid golf is needed. With those guys always getting their fairways, Jamie, his drive is short, but it's always fairway. Jason, iron play is always solid. Yeah, it's not.
So that is the Thursday league. So we move on. On your legs next. Thank you, Grant, for breaking that down for us. Born at
Lekker
Georgia.
time, yeah?
Born at Georgia. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, let's talk about Houghton quickly. It looked like a great atmosphere.
Great atmosphere. Yeah, got there early. Lots of guys on the range. Lots of guys on the putting greens. Lots of banter. Frikkie had an interview with us on the putting green and was chirping Ashley and I about having lost at Centurion, and that fired us up for our team match play. But yeah, lovely course. I haven't typically played well there, but yeah, it all seemed to click this past weekend. So yeah, I have to rate the course highly.
Of course, you can't win and not do that. There we have it. -1. Yet the second event in a row. After all, let's be honest, we had a bit of a spate of low scoring, however you want to say it, and the last 2 were low. No, high. Is it low or high, Frikkie? I can't figure it out.
Less lower. Let's just say that.
So -1 for Houghton, and there was the -2 at Parkview, and then again the -3 at Centurion. So good scoring all around in April. And then Adam Ford, another good showing at Glendower. I think he was in the top 5 as well. Martin Tata, I was back in that horse, and that horse just fell short. Henning Pretorius, another top 10 finish. Jaco Jacobs always in the running at some point, collecting another vital 298.50 points. Jacobus Erasmus, another top finish. Dana Peramel, Fats, with his hole-in-one, which we'll speak about just now. Henry Sims and Wimpy Force. Round up the top 10. Follow to these boys. Vaughan, here's your scorecard. Give us some highlights.
Yeah, started on the front 9. Had a pretty good start. Holes 2 and 4 are always my nemesis. So to manage to scramble pars there was got the juices flowing and got us into the round. 5 had a really great 100 meter wedge in to hit it stiff, and that took the wind out of the sails of old Andre and Werner we're playing against. Managed to close out the 9 pretty well. Was cross for myself for 3 putting 7 because I'd hit it nicely closer there, but walking away with 21 points on the front 9, a lot of confidence. Then back 9, driver started to go left, and I think on that wet course, if you were just off, it was really punishing just to get it back in play, let alone anywhere near the green. So I was really scrambling there. Had a nice little patch in the middle of the back 9, and then all hell broke loose on 15 and 16. It was absolute mess, not smart golf, and tried hard to throw it away, and then got myself together. 17 and 18. I don't think I've ever parred that 18th. It's such a tough second shot in there, and managed to get the 3-pointer there, which ended up winning it. And then time for the celebration. Nervous on the stoop there. Really wasn't expecting to win. There were a couple of guys under par at that stage already. Henning was looking really good, and it was a case of coming close again for me at that stage. Then Kobus Kruger came up and said, "Hey, now listen, you're up there. The likes have dropped back." And when Gerard Snyman was refreshing the app and getting excited, and then eventually Henning didn't come right on the 9th. He had to, I think, birdie that hole to tie, and wasn't able to. So first win. Absolutely stoked. Couldn't be happier.
Awesome. Fricky, you were running around with your camera everywhere. Did a great job interviewing everybody. How was the atmosphere from your side being on course?
Yeah, look, I mean, from my side, I actually forgot that I was supposed to speak a little bit English. So there was a lot of Afrikaans interviews. So we call it the Dutchie interviews. So it was fun. There's a couple of guys that didn't want to have an interview, and then suddenly I'm just like there, and they have to have an interview. So, but overall it was great fun. I had a couple of interviews as well with the course staff, which was great. I mean, it might not be always on the video, but it was nice for them to be interacting as well. So I loved it.
You've introed the video pretty well, because out of the 3 leagues, I'm going to actually play the Houghton video. So sit back, relax, and have a look, if you haven't seen it, at all the interviews he did. And then look out for Fats's hole-in-one, and I'll talk about that when we come back.
Good morning. Welcome to Houghton Golf Club. Welcome to all the golfers, part of Duckhook. Always a pleasure to have you all here at our very beautiful club.
Ek hoor dis jou verjaarsdag? Is dit? Ek gaan nou nie vrou uit as jy nie, maar as jy reg. O, daar's die chickie.
Ja,
Goed rustig.
my kroon.
Wel van die Duckhook oudjies sê ons baie geluk. Nee, ons sê baie geluk.
Lekker vir jou.
Ja,
Lekker vir jou.
ja, lekker. En daar's Burns, hy het gister verjaar, lekker Burns. Jy moet lekker verjaar en keep it low, né?
Dankie.
Jake's big game against Jason Ivan singles. Are you prepared?
Yes, looking forward to it. Of course, looks immaculate. So looking forward to it. Houghton always plays tough, but looking forward to the challenge.
Lekker. And then there's a projection that you will take Houghton today. How you feel about that?
I don't know. Apparently, I'm taking it, but I'm feeling good.
Hallo Stefan, hoe gaan dit?
Goed self.
Lekker. Is jy reg vir die golfgame?
Ek is heeltemal.
Is dit?
Ja. Ek speel vandag vir hom Koen Senior.
Oor regtig?
Ja.
Singles game?
Ja, singles game.
Lekker man, het jy confidence na die laaste game?
Ja, redelik confident na die laaste game. Ek hoop ons hou dit so aan.
Is jy in die fairway?
Ek dink so, ja.
Jy dink so? Is hy so ver?
Paakie was bietjie moeilik geweest nou donderdag geweest. Die rol was erop geweest, so ja.
Kyk Leon. Hy's nie getop nie. Dit lyk mooi actually.
Hy's vrek ver. Enjoy, boys.
Okay guys, big reveal today. Oom Louis Jensen has a super sub and it is
The one and only awesome Okie is back for today.
shame, yes. MMWC, is julle reg vir die game?
ready for golf. My game hasn't been great as of late, so I'm here just to play golf, have good fun with friends and that are opponents today. But yeah, just here to come and have fun.
Ons is reg vir die game, né?
Number 1.
Lekker, number 1. Ons gaan hulle breek.
Gaan hulle stikken maak.
As hy. Lekker boys, hier gaat ons.
Lekker, hier gaat ons.
Bye. Burns,
Yes.
leader of the pack, Sunday 2, yes. Are you going to approach today's game?
Just gonna play like I always do. Like, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing up there, so just gonna keep playing the way I've been playing, I guess.
Have you practiced now at least?
Not really.
Okay, so if you're not practiced, then we should be worried, because if you did, then it should be an easy game for us.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Dan. Duckhook, lekker.
Defending champ Chris Norkier, hoe lyk dit?
Dank yourself.
Lekker. Are you going to do another -7 today?
Well, I'm going to try my best.
Yes.
For a -8 for today.
-8. Okay, what's your handicap today?
10, I think.
Yeah. Easy game, eh? You're with the Rusty Clubs. You guys are playing the Motta. Are you guys ready?
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Beautiful day, no rain. Great day for golf, and we're just going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I guess time to get the team match plays underway. Team series experience behind us, so let's hope we can carry that form through.
Okay, Fats, wat het jy nou net op die 14de gedoen?
Ek het op die teebox gestaan. Ek het mos nie 'n 9 yster nie, so dis 143 pin. My wedge in die hand gehad. Rook, sien ek die wind is 'n bietjie van voor af, ek sê verkeerd nie. Ek dink ons moet eerder 'n sagte 8 slaan. Rond toe 'n sagte 8. Pitch net links kort van die vlag. In die gat, pappa, in die gat. Eerste hole in one van my lewe in 28 jaar. 14de op Houghton.
Well done, Fats. Well done.
Hy's daar.
Where's Chick? Lekker buddy. Well done.
Jacobus, you're ending up with a par in the end, losing out, man. So close game again.
Yeah, no, it wasn't so bad. Nice course, difficult course, rough is thick. But yeah, it's lekker.
Julle, hierso is Henning, Choker, Victorious vir sy paar.
Doing what he does best.
En hy gaan na boks. Oomblik was te groot. Ag, sorry Henning. We still love you, Henning. Jy's ons nommer 1 Choker. Well done, hey, well.
That's what I do.
Sorry buddy. Sorry.
Yeah, the game was okay, just couldn't putt. I was terrible. I think I had 3 putts and missed plenty putts. On the last hole, I hit it like 12 feet and then 3 putted it. It was rubbish. So I think I left 6 or 7 putts out there. Otherwise, the driving was good, the rest of the game was good.
So what you're actually saying is you could have taken it today, right?
I could have, I just...
Joking. Martin, you were the favourite to win today. You did not win, but you did make a comeback for a tied second.
Yeah.
How'd the game go?
I'm happy. I started really well. I think like 3 or 4 pars in a row, and I thought to myself, is Maz going to predict the winner? But then I had a couple of bomb outs, like my handicap would suffice. But I had a good game. Won my singles place 7 and 6, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, at least the form's coming back a bit.
Welcoming, only one number, I don't know, Fatical is number 1. Hello, Betty!
Playing number 13 and again, Rowan at Houghton. Let's go, Rowan, who wins
Sir Voncelot, your first Duckhook win. Congratulations. Tell me, how did your game go?
Thank you, Flicky. Been a long way. 2.5 years. Came close a few times, but yeah, it was running with me today. I tried hard to throw it away. 15 and 16 caught me, but played well, played nicely. You had to keep it on the short stuff today, and putted really well. if you play strategically, hit it in the right places, and you have to putt well here. You really have to putt well.
Well done. Good ranking points for yourself, and we're proud of you, man. Well done.
Thank you. Lovely. It was a first win. Stoked. Absolutely stoked.
Lucky, man.
Thank
Well
you.
played.
Yes, there we have it. It's so nice to see the atmosphere that was happening around there. And how cool was the hole-in-one with everybody standing around cheering? There was a lot of ducks there.
Yesterday.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Go for it, Ron.
I got to tell you that something. So Fats and them were behind us, and we got to that par 3 ninth, and he came up to Ashley and said, "Listen, you've got to play with me if you want a hole in one." Because Fats was in the 4-ball where Ash got his hole in one at Copperleaf. And I don't know if it was destiny that were just talking about hole in one, and there we go, 4 holes later. Old Fats has his moment. Amazing moment on the tee box there, and then hearing the cheers was incredible.
That's great.
I remember I was in the stroke one and I freaking heard that hole in one like crazy.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, they were
and that's a difficult hole. I don't know where the pin was, but that's a difficult hole. And we saw from the video, it was in the front left there. The first one of 2025 to make a hole in one, and we had 4 last year. So come on, guys, hurry up! We're running behind time. I think we already had 3 by this time last year.
Yeah,
Jomo and the 2 at the Copperleaf.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just quickly on that one. So obviously we had the prize giving. So just before the prize giving, Osibu came to us and said he wants us to ring the clock. And I said, let's just bring all the ducks. So we actually bombarded the whole place. So it was actually full, but we just went in there and
took
we
over.
rang the clock. It was lekker. Or the bell.
Lekker.
But it was awesome.
And Vaughan, it was nice to see the cheers that you got when you were announced as the winner. Everybody was very happy for you.
No, absolutely amazing. I've been the one on the cheering side, but to receive it was incredible. You almost feel awkward. Where do I smile? Where do I react? And absolutely incredible vibe up there. Lots of guys stuck around. It was getting cold and dark by that stage, so yeah, couldn't have asked for better kind of reception and vibe for the win.
It's nice when the ducks stay around. It makes a big difference when the guys stay around. Okay, let's go through the other things so that we can move on to the singles and the teams. So the par 3 or close to the pins, Frikkie.
Yeah, okay. So par 3, 7th, Obscura. Velce Henry Sim got it, but he wasn't there to collect the prize. So unfortunately, we had to give it to Mr. Adam Ford.
Or fortunately.
Yes. So so if you stay for prizes, you get your prizes. Par 3 9th, we've got the Srixon cap. Dana stayed there for the cap, and then he thanked everyone, and then he walked off. No, I'm joking. Par 4 18th, Golf Concept, Henning Pretorius. So be in contact with Donnie and get some practicing.
Go straight to the 4-ball alliance.
Yeah, we've got Jaco Sonnepoel, Brandon Venter, Jason Ivans, Kobus Kruger, minus 1587 points. I think that is probably the 5th or the 6th lowest at this point. Good 7-pointer, and then that last stretch of 5-pointers.
How's that?
That's bringing, eh?
Sure, that's not going missing at all. Talk about dovetailing. Best of the par 3s, George Hunter and Jaco Sonnepoel taking it on minus 3 apiece. George made a birdie, must have, on the 16th, and that's a tough hole to make a birdie on. Robert Michael, nice to see him playing, minus 2. He also likes Houghton. He's won there before. And then going down the list, a whole bunch of minus 1s. Let's go to the best of the par 4s. Vaughan, minus 6 on the par 4s. You're absolutely cruising on the par 4s.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what won it for me. I mean, the par 5, that's 15 and 16, the par 5 and par 3 that I blew obviously would have put me out of there. But really, really played well and putted well on those par 4s. So couldn't be happier.
It's a nice little stretch of 3-pointers there. 2, 4, 6, and 8. Sure.
Yeah, and those are typical holes that catch me. But that was the difference for me. Really, really played those par 4s well.
That's -4. Martin -4. Also making a run there and then going missing on other holes. Fricky, you at least got a -1. Ivan, granted, you struggle on this day.
I did actually. I ended up on a +9. My first line was beautiful. I went, I think, a 42, 53, and then back 9, 47. So I ended up with a 90. Yeah, it was a 90. So I did really actually struggle in the back. But it was
Just
brutal.
ask how many holes was he behind? I'm just saying, because just ask slow play,
So the slow play, I have to give it to the guys that played with me. We really helped them looking for the balls, the short hitters.
Sure.
Me and my brother were long. Didn't actually look so long for our own balls, but the guys that were short, we just in the rough. Even I think Fricky walked off the tee just to go and help the guys on that one hole to go look for their own balls, for their balls. So
I saw the thing on the group today where it said,
Donkey Mays. I just want to say thank you, Mays.
I saw a group, what was it posted? Some Nico Kruger posted on the group today about the PGA Tour allowing rangefinders to speed up play. I had to have a giggle because I was thinking we have rangefinders and didn't help.
We have golf carts, we have rangefinders, we have GPS, all that.
Don't worry, soon I'm going to have our own marshal. I'm begging Fricky, we need our own marshal.
Those last couple of four balls did come in, and it was almost dark already. And
this is the problem. It's not going to get any better, and then you're going to have people complaining about it.
Well, Matt, the problem is we have guys in between. So the course marshals actually started putting guys in between us because it's a big game. So
is it?
Yeah.
Come on, boys. It's all your own. It's all your own fault. It's your fault. Everyone.
If that happens and there's internal Duckhook marshals, can I just have a request? Kan I asseblief ook net 'n bietjie ietsie op die ys hê?
Yes, why not? Because I also hear that the marshal goes out to some of the groups and then they get told to bugger off. So then they don't go out anymore. So what's the point?
Yeah.
Anyway, best of the par fives. Wimpy Force -1. So the par fives played very difficult on the day because he was the only one to reach the red number, shall we say. Okay, I'm going to go to hole ranks straight up. Here's your hole ranks. The hardest hole is
15.
15, which is that par 5 down the hill, an average of less than 1. So the Oaks really struggled on that hole. And let's not forget, seeing that this is the hardest hole, when the tour plays there, it's a par 4, and they're hitting driver 8-iron.
Yeah, that's crazy, eh? Yeah.
Hardest hole?
Why het ek gebeur hier? John, what's wrong with you guys?
It didn't help. It didn't help anybody. The easiest hole somehow is the 18th. I don't know how that is possible. Okay, let's hear the stats. This I'm always interested to see. 2024 average handicap was 17. This time it is 50. Average points in 24 and 25 is 26. Gross, much better this year, 95.8 compared to 99. Imagine average gross 100. Imagine average gross 100. How bad are we? You? We had a couple of course ratings that I want to show you. Vaughn, you said scenery 9, layout 8, bunkers 8, greens 8, fairways 7. I assume the fairways are 7 because it was a bit wet.
Yeah, I mean, courses wet where you're getting backspin off a driver.
Yeah.
And we were joking with each other in the 4-ball. A number of occasions, your pitch mark is in front of where the ball lands. So it was tough on them. And one, there was GUR across one of the fairways as well. So a bit tough, but in the dry, I would have rated that course much better.
Fricky, much of the same. Leon Westhuizen said 8 out of 10 for scenery, 8 out of 10 for lanes, bunker 6 out of 10. So you must have been in a lot of bunkers then, Leon. Greens 4 out of 10. I think that might be a bit harsh considering that Grant fell in love with the greens. Hey, Grant?
Yeah, I think the commentary around that, because I also rated it 7, so it was really inconsistent and not as fast as we, always know it can be. So I think that is what caught the guys as well. It played a lot slower than normal.
Fats has got a similar opinion about the green, 6 out of 10. Fairways out of 10. Last one, we have Mark saying 10 out of 10 for scenery, layout 6 out of 10, bunkers 5 out of 10. But the bunker's full of water. Why are the bunkers? And then you have Martin saying 10 out of 10. That's also inconsistent. What is your expectations, Mark? Because 9 out of 10 for Gary for bunkers as well. So much of the same, but a good total in the end. What does this all mean, everyone? Well, let's have a look at Sunday 2 standings. Bernard is still leading by 4 points on 118, but I'm going to imagine that the score that he scored at Houghton is probably going to be his lowest up to now. So now it makes life a bit harder. Gerard de Bruto's on 114, Donna Permel 109, Yaku 106, Sudesh 106, 106 for Brandon, Lucas 104, 104 for Jacobus. Jenny is still in the top 10. She moves from 10th to 9th. So well done, Jenny. And Frikkie, you now into the top 10. So you are leading Sunday 1, but 10 on Sunday 2.
Yes, I'm coming back.
Coming for you. All right,
Yeah.
what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a progression of the play of the season. So this is January. Look at all the faces. Keep your eyes. Jamie was leading after January events. And then we moved after 6 events, after February. Bernard had jumped up to the first place, and Jamie was gone. Fascinating. Brian was second, Nick was third. Leon Bernardo was in 5th. Oh, sorry, Jamie's down to 7th. My bad. March, Bernard Storms was still leading. Jamie had won the Masters, jumped up to 3rd. Grant came into it, 7th. Ashley moved up. And then finally, in April, Bernard is still leading. But his average is getting smaller and smaller. And the same as Jeandre. So, Grant, you jumped up with your victory at Parkview because your average is 196.63. But you played 10 events, which is a lot more than Jeandre and Bernard and Adam. So the next time they play, they're going to fall quite low, I would imagine. And you would probably move to number 1 if you have 1 or 2 good finishes. Frikkie, you've jumped up with another victory to 6 on 193.67. So it is kind of close. And as we know, it will always become closer. Vaughan, there you are. You've also jumped into the top 10. Yes.
Yes.
You want to know what the most points look like? Grant, you've got it. You are leading the points race. You are very close from 2,000, being the first person to make 2,000 points. Jamie's on 1,700. Frikkie's just behind Jamie. And Bernard's just behind Frikkie. That was 8.
And we all thought at the beginning Gary was going to be like running away with it.
Birdie count. I tried this one from Henry. Many things you can't really see how many birdies for everybody in games. So I just highlighted Donnie so we see what the benchmark is. He's got 69 birdies already from 28 games, which is an average of 2.5. If you put your eyes down the list there, you see the rest of them. But here are some other stats that comes through his little program. There's been a total of 572 birdies so far in 500 games, accumulatively, which is a lot of golf, let's be honest. Average 1.1 birdie per round. Most birdies goes to Donnie, then Tion, then Paul, then Gerard, then Jan. Most rounds goes to Paul, then Donnie, then Tion, then myself, and then JJ.
Yo, that's a lot of golf though, eh?
Sure, tell me about it. And that's only in 4 months, man, sir. So if we could exceed 2,000 at the rate we're going.
Yes. Imagine.
Making the golf economy go round. Just us. Put up your hands. Yes, all of us. Let's see if there's anything that the chat line has to say before we move on to the singles and the teams. Brian says, Vaughan and myself lost on account back, -2 in 2023. Can you remember that?
That was at Parkview. In fact, that was my very first Duckhook game, and there was drama about my handicap and so on. I think Alan Lowe won that one.
There was no drama about his?
There was lots.
There was drama.
Martin Tata, great win, Vaughan. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Martin says, I had 2 bunker shots and almost hold both. Easy to give a 10 out of 10. There we are. Okay, are we ready?
Thanks, Martin.
We're going to flash through these singles. Here we go. Boom. Teams. Sorry, teams are first. Nobody played here, but this is what it looks like. The Kuna are leading. 3 played, 3 wins, 9 points in the Thursday league matchups. Predators have played 3 and won 2. They're on 6 points. So they're leading the way, and a whole host of guys are on 3 points underneath that. Let's go to Group B. There was one game here. Rudolph and Henning took on Yakume and Hansi, and Rudolph and Henning won 1 up in the end, if I'm not mistaken. Does it see? Yes, they did.
Yep.
So well done to them. 4-player are 6 points. Grant, are you ever going to start playing this tournament?
Next month.
Next one, yeah.
I'm starting.
Because
I just concentrated on myself a bit, but I'll concentrate on G Spot. Me and him together.
Cool.
For next year.
Because as you see, some of these groups, and not this one, but some of them have played a lot of games. Swinging Siblings played Zack Attack and managed to win. So they are leading 3 points, but 3 points difference takes them to the top. Let's go to D. This was your group that you have already explained to us. So that would take you up because you got a bonus point victory to 4 points. So you're now leading the way over Damata, Mad Mullahs, and Weapons of Grass Destruction. 1 point each, and Shankaholics yet to open. No, they have played, but they haven't opened their points account. Let's go to E. Ricky, this is your group. Last. Look how well this group is doing, everyone. Here's an example for everybody.
Yeah, so we played a great game. We lost 3-5 or 5-3 in the end against MMWC between Ryan and Wayne. They were on fire. Unfortunately, me and my partner, we didn't fire so well. So, yeah, a good buck slaw there. That kind of takes us out.
Group F is our group. We've got a couple of games happening at Pebble Rock. But at the moment, it's my team and Greenside Jets that are 3 points apiece. So we just top them because we have 4 differential points. And the final one is Group G. No game. Yes, there was one game. Pierre and George took on Vickers and Gerard and won 1 up. So, long wait. I've got 6 points after 2 wins. 1 up, 1 up. So it's also tight. And we're waiting for no one. It's going, everybody. Well done. We're getting there. We've got 4 months to get as many games in as possible. Let's go through to the singles quickly. There were a few games happen. Grant played Henry. Henry won. Anything can happen in Group B. Chris is out because he's played 2 games. So Yaku, if he wins against Rudolph, then he will go through. Only 1 person goes through per group at this stage, and then the 2 worst losers. So there's still something to play for. Fricky, There you go. You haven't even started yet. What's happening?
Yeah, we were doing the team games as you saw on the previous graphic. So we're going to focus now on the singles. So we're all in time. Don't worry.
Good man. Ian is hoping to get out of this group. You just need 2 wins, Ian. Just 2 wins, and then you'll make it. Easy. Group E and F. Corbus, Josh, and Corbus. Corbus is on 4. Corbus Kruber yet to open his account. Group F is my group. I just got to play Frana. That will decide who goes through in that group. Group GH. Sudesh is through. Paul Valentine. This was the 3-way. Which we know about. Sudesh won that. Martin played Mark and gave him a bit of a hiding. So he's got a bonus point victory. Moves to 4 points. So we've got to see what happens with Mark and Gerard. Well, I don't think Mark can't get through. But Gerard de Bruto can go past Martin. So Mark, you're supposed to be grey. Right, Donna, Riyad, Andre. Donna's on 4 points. And Andre, if he needs to win by a bonus point and a big victory, and he might go through with a points difference.
Yes, correct, yeah.
And Riyad needs to win and go more than 2 points difference.
Yeah.
And then Jason and Pierre need to play each other, and one of those will go through. Him and in, we're almost there. Grant, you played 1 and 1-1.
Yeah.
Graham comes into the play.
Yeah. So we still have to do ours.
And there you go. Granville Williams, I think, is still got a chance, but he'll have to smash his friend, Gary. Heading, Vickers Ryan. Vickers is up there with victory. And then Stefan beat Wim Kun. 4 and 2, I think it was, and it's got 3 points. So Jamie Sherry still needs to open his account. Yay! Okay, so that's done. How much time we got? Ooh, we're running out of time. Okay. What do you want to say? You want to say something? Because I'm not going to do the team finish, announce the winners or the captains.
Let's do it. Yes, yes.
These are the captains for the team clash, and it will be Josie will be captained by Bernard Schultz. So congratulations, Bernard has been selected to captain the Pretoria team, and that is based on his good form, and he deserves to lead his team away. And then Brendan Fenter has also had good form in the Sunday too, so he will captain the Josie team for us. Congratulations, Brandon. Those are the teams that have taken part at Val de Gras and Paris in the mid of May. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll have a nice build up to that as we decide on the pairings, etc., and who's taking on who. Okay, are we ready for the Srixon challenge to end us all off? These are the points. It was an accumulation of the 3 rounds. These were the points. Vaughan Williams, you top.
Oh,
done, Vaughan.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Lovely surprise.
Nice.
Played a couple of times with Tandy, so looking forward to renewing old friendships there.
Oh, great. Tricky's there. Grant, you just missed out, but I have good news for you. Martin Tauter.
I knew I was in the top there, but well done, Vaughan.
Thank you. Thank you. Looking forward to it.
It's always lovely to win Fricky.
Yes, for sure. But this, what it means, Grant, is that Fricky is not playing, so you will be in with Vaughan taking us on.
There we go. The gladiators.
Donkey Fricky.
I decided that it's good for the Ducks to rather take the prizes than me just taking everything, you know. I'll go for the player of the season now. Now I want to win it.
So we can arrange that probably towards the end of April, beginning of May. Let's get it out of the way. We'll be at CCJ. So I will be in contact with the 2 of you to find a date to do this.
Brilliant.
We'll do it one afternoon. It'll be fun.
Maybe Riviera.
Say again?
Or maybe a different course, like a river club. Why not a river
So now the reason we're going there is because Tandy teaches out of CCJ, so we play for free. If I got a river club, are you paying for it?
I'll pay for it. Just get us a spot.
Listen, take the prize away from me. Give it to someone else, please.
Okay, Fricky, you back in?
Yes.
Okay, we don't need Grant.
Put Grant on mute. Put Grant on mute.
Vaughan, I'm treating you here, bro.
So that's how we have it. We managed to get it through everything, thankfully. So what's happening next? Well, there won't be a show next week because it's a long weekend and we've got 3 weeks before we play again. So we'll be back after that. So enjoy your 3 weeks. Practice hard when we get back. We'll hit the ground running.
What are you doing on Friday? Tell me quickly.
What are we doing on Friday?
What are you doing on Friday?
I'm spending the day with you.
Yes. Why? What are we doing?
We're going to Paris so that we can scout out everything and make sure that we don't go into the tour blind. So we're going to look at the accommodation. While we're there, we're going to quickly run around Val de Gras. You've never played there, so you can quickly tick that off. That's the plan.
Beautiful golf courses.
We're in and out.
Yeah, beautiful golf course.
It'll be fun.
Correct.
Nice.
Everybody playing golf?
Lots.
Of course.
Enjoy.
Of course.
And keep sending the invites out. It's been great. Vaughan, thank you for joining us for your first show. It's not your last.
Lovely.
Guys
thanks for having me. Yeah, thanks for having me. Wonderful.
Grant, as always, you're always on, so you know what it's done.
Yep.
Lekker. Keep safe, boys.
Nonsense.
Thank you.
Bye, Fricky.
Al wat ek wil
Bye,
sê is
everybody. Thanks for watching. Much appreciated. Without you watching, we wouldn't be here.